All right, so welcome everyone to these sessions. All right, welcome everyone and good morning. So thank you so much everyone for all of the efforts that you have put for the previous tasks, all those asynchronous tasks. Thank you so much for your cooperations, all right? And everyone has done a very good job on that. Thank you so much, everyone. So today in our session, we will talk about the 7 steps in machine learning. Okay? This will be our focus of the day. But before we move on to these 7 steps in machine learning, here is some reminder here. So to let everyone know, like if you are new to the Zoom, you might not know about all these functions in the Zoom. So you can briefly look into this diagram here, just to show you like the functions, the buttons that we have in a Zoom. So most importantly, I will need everyone to stay muted unless you want to share something. So you will unmute yourself and speak to me or speak to your classmate, or else I will require everyone to stay muted. All right. And most importantly, if you want to speak something, you can raise your hand. So you can find the raise hand buttons below here as well, just to let me know so that I can unmute for you as well, so that you can talk. You can talk. You can speak. All right. And here's some housekeeping and ground rule here. So most importantly, be punctual. All right, be punctual. So we will start our sessions at 9. So yeah, just make sure that you can come into the room at 9 a.m. All right, and stay focused. All right, stay focused, because the things that I'm going to share to you will be very important, especially for you to pass this module. All right, so this will be some housekeeping rules that you should know. Okay. So yeah, same thing before we start our topic. So I need to introduce yourself, all right? Since that this is our very first session together face-to-face, so I need you to tell me how you want us to address you, all right? And then your job, and lastly, tell me one word to describe yourself, all right? So maybe we can start with Sylvan, and then Keith, and then Shakil, and lastly, we have Albert, all right? So yeah, please go ahead. Sylvan, sorry, I think you're muted. Can you find unmute button? All right.
Sorry, thank you for being the honor, the first one to introduce myself. You can call me Sylvan. Okay, I'm jobless, just retired. And one word to describe is people say I'm very friendly. I believe so.
I believe so too. Thank you, Sylvan.
Thank you.
Okay, now my turn. My name is Keith. Okay, I work in church. One word to describe myself is that I like to be prepared, but I'm never prepared. There's a problem. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you, Keith. How about Shakil?
You can call me Shakir, and I work at the airport. And one word to describe myself is active, I guess. Active. Yeah, I'm very active.
Active. That's good. That's good. Thank you, Shakil, for the introduction. And how about Albert?
Okay, you all can just call me Albert. And I'm a freelancer. I work for myself. Right. I do besides tutoring in the afternoon. In the morning, I'm a farm tour guide, vegetable farm tour guide. Yeah. So one word to describe myself. I don't know how to describe myself. Still... Okay.
Let me help you, Albert. I think you are very cool and very kind. I was like kind person.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Albert. Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Yeah, thank you for your introduction. So now I believe that everyone's get to know each other better now. All right, but no worries, we will still have some times later in our later session to get more familiar with each other. Yeah. All right, so yeah, that's all about the self-introduction part. And now let's move on to our main focus of the day. So as I mentioned earlier on, today we will talk about the 7 steps in machine learning. So you can see that now these are the 7 steps that I mentioned earlier on. So in order to come up with this model, the AI model that can help us to do recognitions, us to do the maybe classifications, it is important that we can use the right approach to develop the AI model. All right. So here are the 7 steps. Yeah, sorry, I know that maybe some of you are very eager to speak, to share something, but I will have to ask everyone to actually mute yourself during the session, so that if you want to share something, you want to speak something, you can raise your hand so that I can unmute you, and then you can start to share your thoughts. All right, but now I have to ask everyone to mute yourself. All right, yeah, thank you so much everyone for your cooperation. Okay, so now with everyone muted, so I can share a little bit on these 7 steps over here. All right, so just a very quick introduction about these 7 steps. So step 1, if we want to get an AI model to help us to do some prediction kind of stuff, so of course, first of all, we have to identify the problem first. Because if we never identify the problems, so how can we know what kind of the AI model should we build? All right, so we have to identify what's the problem we want to solve. All right, so the second step is that once we have identified the problems, we have to get the data that is relevant. For example, now I want to make a facial recognition model. So the data that I want to collect will be the image of the person that I want this model to be able to recognize. So I have to collect the right data so that the model can learn the right things from the data. All right. And then the third step is that we have to do some data cleansing, because sometimes the data might be coming in different formats. Some is smaller, some is larger, and then some is in the format A, some is in the format B. So if we are not doing this data cleansing, so ultimately you might find some problems to process all this data. Okay, so maybe your computer can only process data type A, but cannot process data type B. So we have to do some kind of a conversion so that we can make sure that all the data can be processed good enough by this model later. All right, so there's a data cleansing. And step number 4, we have to do some feature extraction and selections, where we will try to extract some of this key information from the data, because sometimes some of the information from the data is not that relevant. So that's why we have to extract the key information only, so that we can take this key information and put it into the model, so to start this model training. So the model will keep on repeatedly look at this data, look at this information, and you'll try to learn some pattern from the data, all right, for a few rounds. So after the model has been trained, we will evaluate the model performance to see if it's accurate enough to give us a predictions, it is good enough to give us a prediction. So we will evaluate the model. If the model is good enough, then we will put it into the production, deployment. So basically, these are the 7 steps in the machine learning when we want to come up with the AI model. All right. So now, just to make sure that everyone's truly understand about these 7 steps here. So how about now we can go into one activity. Okay. So in this activity, I will need to split everyone into 2 groups. So group 1 and group 2. All right. So for group 1, you can see from the slide here, I need you to state the reasons why we need to carry out step 1, why do we need to carry out step 2, and why do we need to carry out step 3. Okay, so please provide one reason for each step. Okay, just a simple one. It's okay to get it wrong. It's okay. We're still learning. Just provide me the reason why we need to carry out this step. And then from group number 2, you need to state the advantages. Why if we carry out all this steps, we can get some. What are the things we can get? Like what are the advantages? For example, yeah, if we carry out step number 1, so the advantages is that we can come up with a better model that can address our problems. That can fit our problems. So that is the advantages, the first advantages for the step 1. Just an example over here. All right. So the group that will stay with me in the main rooms later will be group 1, and the group that will be in another breakout room will be group 2. All right. So that will be your activity number 1 here. All right. So now let's get into our groups now. Okay. All right, so we will have 4 minutes to talk about this, to have a discussion among your group. 4 minutes, yeah. Okay, yeah, so Albert and also Sylvan, you are group number 1. So please state the reason for step 1 and step to the step number 3. Sylvan, I think you're muted, so sorry for that.
Are you giving us the link to for the Padlet?
Oh yeah. So sorry for that. Thank you so much for the reminder. I think we have to put everyone back to this main room first. Yeah, so sorry. I forgot to share this link. Just 1 second. Let me get the link. Okay. Just a second. Has everyone come back to the room? All right.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so sorry everyone. I think
Am
I've
I
got
back?
to share the link to the Padlet for you. So please access to the link. Yeah, so sorry for that. I think I shared the wrong one. Okay, so are you able to access to the Padlet?
Wait,
Sure.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I haven't seen the link yet. Oh, here.
In the chat.
Yeah, in the chat. So after you have put into the link, you're supposed to see this Padlet with 2 posts I've created. So you can comment down the your discussion result in this pad. So the reason will be posted by the group number 1. You'll be stating the reason. And for group 2,
that will be me, right? Group 1 is me and Keith, right?
sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
I open all room.
Sure. Thanks, Albert.
I think I haven't come into I haven't get my Padlet yet. So am I?
It's okay. It's okay because we put in together. Sylvan.
Okay. Then okay. All right.
Yeah.
So we are supposed to discuss the reasons, right?
Yes, the reason.
For identifying the problem here, I think you must set the domain. Otherwise, it is so huge. So we narrow down to a specific problem, so it can be organized. That's my reason. What do you think, Albert?
Yeah, I think so. First, we need to identify the problem
To solve,
because they are solved by parts, right? Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me put in. Need to pinpoint the problem and solve in parts.
Okay, that's a good point, Albert and Sylvan. How about the step number 2?
Data collection.
Yeah, basically this whole system works based on data. So we have to collect as much data as possible in relation to the problem.
Yeah, you're good, Sylvan. Yeah. So usually, right, like Silver mentioned, so it depends on the data. So if we can get more data, then the models can get more information. So it will be more accurate, usually.
So with more data, we can see certain patterns.
Yes, correct, Albert. How
and
about
then data cleansing, remove unless
For data cleansing, we have to structure it so that they are all in the same format, so that it will be easier for the system to make use of it.
Exactly.
To run the program. Yeah.
And it won't confuse the models later, right?
Yeah. So follow a standard structure.
I just remove unnecessary program to run efficiently, something like this.
That's a good point. Thanks, Albert, for helping to put it this point.
Yeah, because I know my son programs. Because unnecessary lines will actually slows down the processing.
Process. Yeah, exactly. Thanks, Albert. Then I think now everyone has got the answer. So how about we can put everyone back to the room?
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks, Albert. Thanks, Silvam. All right, welcome back, Keith. Welcome back, Shakil. Welcome back. All right, thank you so much for your comments in the Padlet. So now, after everyone has come up with this discussion result, so how about let's evaluate each other's comment? Okay. So now the next thing is that let me get back to the slide. All right. So our next task is that I will need group 1 to comment on group 2 result. Okay? And group 2 will comment group 1's result. All right, in the Padlet. So let me show you the Padlet. Okay, let me show you the Padlet. And I need one representative from group 2 to read out the comment from group group
1.
Yeah, group 1. Yeah, so group 1. So can I get a representative from group 2 to read out the comment from group 1? Maybe from Albert or Silvam. Can you one of you?
We are group 2, right? We are group 1.
Okay.
Yeah, group 2.
Oh, okay. We are group 2. So it's supposed to comment on group 1.
Yeah.
Okay. Shakir is supposed to give the advantages, right?
Shakir is giving these reasons.
Reason is our group gave, right, just now?
I think there are some confusions there.
Okay, never mind. I think Sakir's group's reason is number 1, identify the problem. First, we must know what is the problem before we can solve anything, right?
Yeah.
So and then to collect data. With data, then you can find out what is the issue. Without data, there's nothing to work on. Yeah. So data cleansing, they say, so as to achieve better outcome. Definitely, because you don't want to waste time processing things which are not important, which is not giving you problem at all. Yeah. So I think that is that's about it.
Yeah. Thanks, Albert, for your comment. So you agree with all these reasons that stated by Shakil and Keith, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Any point you want to add on? All good?
No, I
No.
think good.
Perfect. Okay. Thanks, Albert. Amazing. All right. So how about group number 1? Can you read out the comments from group number 2 here? Maybe one of the representative, Shakil or Keith.
Okay, so group 2 mentioned to pinpoint the problem and to solve in parts, which is to identify the problem. So that's the advantages of it. Secondly is with the data, you will see a pattern or you'll see a reason why. So that's the advantages of collecting data. And lastly, another advantage is to remove unnecessary data for the program to run efficiently. So that's called cleansing.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's great.
Any additional point you want to add on?
Not really.
Oh, perfect. Yeah. All right. So thank you so much, everyone, for your comments. All right. I believe that everyone's such a good learners and you got the point. You got to identify the reason, the advantages very well. All right. So congratulations, everyone, who got it right. All right. Thank you so much. All right. So that's all about our discussions. All right. And now the next thing is that I'll be informing you about the upcoming sessions. So with the discussions ended just now, that's the end of our session today, right? Because it's just a very brief and short session together. So before our next session, so you will see that I will need to inform you that in our upcoming sessions, we will meet together at the company XYZ. So we will meet there together so that we can understand how they are making use of the 7-step in the machine learning to develop their AI models in the production. Because for your information, XYZ company is a very well-known company that's using this AI in their production. So we will go into the company and try to understand their physically, like look into their process to see how we can apply this knowledge into the productions. All right. So with that, thank you so much everyone for your participation. I'll see you in our upcoming sessions. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. See you later.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye.
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 I was looking for all right. Stop.